Chosen one, take a deep breath and let these words resonate in the core of your being. A door is about to open in your life, an opportunity so precise, so pivotal, that missing it could alter the trajectory of your destiny. This is not alarmist talk, it is a clarion call to your spirit. You've sensed it, perhaps as a faint whisper or a subtle intuition that change is near. Now that shift has a name and a shape, a door divinely orchestrated, standing on the verge of swinging wide open. But this door won't remain open forever. You must act fast, for moments like these are fleeting by design, crafted to reward decisive faith and unwavering courage. Before we delve deeper, do 3 simple things to anchor yourself in this moment. First, like this video, as an outward sign that you are engaging with the message. Second, subscribe if you haven't already, to stay aligned with future revelations meant for you. And third, comment below with the number 777. Though it may seem like a modest step, typing those digits signifies your readiness to walk through the door that's about to be revealed. Each keystroke is a vow you're making to God, to the universe, and to your own soul that says, "I will not let fear or doubt keep me from my appointed time." Take a moment now to reflect on all the events that led you to this exact juncture. Recall the setbacks that once felt crushing, the disappointments that made you question your path, and the faint yet persistent inner voice that continued to whisper that you were meant for something greater. Those trials were not arbitrary. They were preparing you for this very season. Your spirit has been strengthened in adversity, your empathy deepened through heartbreak, and your vision refined through countless nights of praying and hoping. Now, you find yourself at a threshold, gazing at a door that holds the promise of the future you've longed for, yet also carrying the warning that you must step forward swiftly or risk losing the moment altogether. You might ask, why must I act fast? If this door is truly meant for me, won't it remain open? The truth is that opportunities are often time-sensitive. They arrive when your inner growth meets divine timing, creating a narrow window in which everything aligns perfectly. Beyond that window, circumstances shift, hearts change, and the synergy that makes miracles possible can dissipate. Acting fast doesn't mean rushing blindly. It means listening to your spirit more intently than you listen to your fear, letting faith override hesitation, and stepping boldly even when you don't have all the details. This door that's about to open isn't just another option. It's a moment of destiny, one that requires you to move while the path is clear. You may feel a wave of excitement coursing through you, mingled with a certain weight of responsibility. That's a natural response to the gravity of what's unfolding. You've sensed the currents shifting for some time, noticing coincidences that point to new directions, feeling the restlessness that comes before a major breakthrough. Now, all of that is culminating in a tangible opportunity. It could manifest in countless forms: a sudden career change, a mission that resonates with your deepest passions, a relationship that awakens levels of love and purpose you never knew existed, or even a creative idea that sets your life ablaze with excitement. Whatever the shape of this opportunity, the underlying truth is that it will not wait forever for you to say yes. Chosen one, consider the times you hovered on the brink of greatness, yet stepped back out of caution or uncertainty. We've all had moments when we let fear or logic talk us out of taking a leap of faith. This time, you cannot afford to let that happen again. If you've been praying for a sign or direction, view these words as your confirmation. The path is lit for those who dare to walk it. Yes, there will be unknowns, challenges, and moments when the door itself might appear daunting, but that's the nature of faith. Faith doesn't guarantee an absence of adversity. It guarantees that adversity will not have the final word. Close your eyes for a second and envision a door before you. Imagine its frame glowing softly, an otherworldly light spilling out through the cracks. Hear the quiet hum that signals the presence of something profoundly transformative just beyond. You reach out, your hand trembling with anticipation, because you understand This is not an ordinary threshold. On the other side lie the answers you've sought, the opportunities you've prayed for, and the breakthroughs that have seemed elusive. Yet the handle is waiting for you to turn it, and time is pressing you forward. Each second of hesitation allows doubt a foothold. Act quickly, with both courage and reverence, because the hour for waiting has ended. You might be wondering if you are truly ready. The honest answer is, you may never feel completely prepared. Divine doors often appear when logic says you're unqualified or ill-equipped. That's part of the design, to stretch you beyond your comfort zone, compelling you to rely not on your own limited resources, but on the power that orchestrates events behind the scenes. If you feel nervous or inadequate, take heart. That sense of humility keeps you alert and dependent on guidance greater than your own understanding. The key is to not let those feelings paralyze you. Let them be your impetus to pray more, to study more, to open your heart more. Growth happens at the intersection of readiness and willingness, not necessarily at the point of perfect capability. Think back to your dreams, the ones you've tucked away in the corners of your mind because reality seemed to overshadow them. Maybe it's a business idea that stirred your soul, a calling to mentor or heal others, or a yearning to create art that shifts mindsets. Whatever that dream, it's closely linked to the door that's about to open. The synergy between your long-buried desires and this pivotal moment is not accidental. God, in infinite wisdom, doesn't give you dreams without giving you the means to fulfill them. The door you face now is the conduit through which those dreams can be realized if you move with faith and courage. If a wave of excitement is rising within you, let it build. You need that fire because forging a new path inevitably encounters resistance, internal doubts, external naysayers, or unforeseen obstacles. Yet you've been tempered by past struggles, and now you're ready to channel that resilience into a victorious outcome. Mark this moment in your heart as the day you said, "No more delays, no more excuses." Writing 777 in the comments cements your commitment to move forward when the door swings open. Each digit is like a hammer driving a stake into the ground, a declaration that fear will not sabotage your divine appointment this time. Some of you might be wrestling with heartbreak or disappointment, feeling unworthy of such a door. Know this, your scars can become sacred badges of survival. They do not disqualify you, they prepare you. You've learned compassion through suffering, determination through repeated failure, and humility through shattered pride. These lessons form the exact toolkit you'll need to navigate what's beyond that threshold. If you come before this door carrying regrets, let them fall away like old garments. They've served their purpose, teaching you what you had to learn. Now it's time to don the attire of possibility and hope. The door ahead does not demand perfection. It calls for sincerity and readiness. You might ask, what if the door doesn't open quickly enough? Or, what if I step through only to find disappointment on the other side? Such questions are born of fear. True faith understands that even if the path behind the door leads through valleys, it eventually rises to mountaintops. And a delay, should it occur, might mean the door is being fortified, made more splendid, or that you are being granted a final chance to release what cannot journey with you. Do not let impatience or worry cause you to miss the beauty in the timing. If the door takes a moment longer to reveal itself, prepare in that interim. Strengthen your mind and spirit. Refine your vision and position yourself so that when it does open, you can step through with unwavering resolve. Sometimes, God presents an opportunity that almost seems too big for us to handle. That sense of being dwarfed by your calling can be humbling, yet also exhilarating. Let that sense of awe remind you that you are not meant to do it all in your own strength. Behind you stands the momentum of the divine, the blessings of countless ancestors who paved the way, and the synergy of universal forces that converge to make the impossible real. The door is an invitation to partner with something far greater than yourself. Step forward not in arrogance, but in reverent confidence, knowing that you are merely an instrument through which higher purposes can manifest. Keep your spiritual eyes open for signs. They may appear as repeated numbers, serendipitous encounters, or the uncanny feeling that certain coincidences are more than just random. These signs are breadcrumbs along the path, affirming that you're on the brink of a moment that could reshape your entire life. If negativity or cynicism tries to creep in, remember that miracles often unfold in the language of subtlety. God doesn't always thunder from the heavens. Sometimes the nudge is gentle, the sign delicate. Stay attuned, because if you brush off these smaller hints, you may not notice when the door finally swings open. Chosen one, never forget that you matter in ways you can't always measure. Your life is woven into a vast tapestry, each thread affecting the collective. By stepping through this door, you don't just elevate your own circumstances, you offer hope to those who look up to you, or even to those you might never meet. Purpose has a ripple effect. When you live in alignment with your calling, you become a beacon for others, silently granting them permission to do the same. So, if doubts arise, recall that your courage might be the catalyst that ignites someone else's belief in themselves. Let's address the concept of acting fast once again. There is a misconception that waiting indefinitely is a virtue. Yes, patience is a grace. But there is a type of waiting that morphs into procrastination, where fear masquerades as wisdom. The moment you sense that the door is ajar, you must move. The universe rewards momentum. Energy begets energy. A single step forward can attract resources, alliances, and synchronicities you never knew existed. Conversely, staying put can cause these opportunities to dissipate or redirect to someone who will seize them. This is not a threat, it's spiritual law. A sailboat that refuses to raise its sails cannot complain that the wind has died down. You must hoist your sail of faith, catch the wind of opportunity, and allow it to propel you toward the destiny that awaits. Remind yourself daily of the reason you are pursuing this new chapter. Is it for the betterment of your family, the healing of a community, the advancement of a noble cause, or the fulfillment of a dream that has long burned in your heart? Anchoring your actions to a clear why provides the fuel you need to overcome obstacles. When setbacks appear, and they often will, that deeper reason becomes your lighthouse, guiding you through storms of doubt. Write it down if you have to. Speak it into existence each morning. Hold it close like a precious treasure. This clarity ensures that when the door finally reveals itself, you'll have no hesitation about stepping across the threshold. Should you encounter criticism or skepticism from others, stand firm in your conviction. People who haven't glimpsed your vision won't understand why you're compelled to act with urgency. They might urge you to proceed with caution or wait for a safer opportunity. Yet your spirit knows better. Safety is not always synonymous with alignment. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is to reject the path that looks most logical in favor of the one that resonates with your deepest truth. In the end, you alone bear responsibility for whether you seize this divine opening or let it slip away. If you feel you lack certain resources, be it finances, connections, or specialized knowledge, don't let that stop you. Time and again, we see that provision often meets us on the path rather than before we start. You do your part by taking the initial steps, trusting that each stride toward your goal positions you to receive exactly what you need when you need it. This is how faith and action dance together. Too often we reverse the order, waiting to have everything in place before we move. But the universe rarely operates like that. It unfolds as you commit, revealing stepping stones only after you set foot on the water. Rest assured that not every day will be exhilarating. Some days you may feel doubt creeping in or the heaviness of obstacles pressing down. On those days, recall that God never promised a path devoid of difficulty. The promise is rather that you'll have divine aid through every challenge. A door opening doesn't imply a carefree stroll. It signifies the beginning of a transformative journey filled with wonder and trial alike. Persevere. Call upon the memory of how far you've already come. Let gratitude be the balm that soothes your anxieties, a reminder that you've survived every storm up until now, and you're more than capable of weathering what lies ahead. Chosen one, If you haven't done so yet, go ahead and leave that 777 in the comments. Picture each 7 as a trumpet blast announcing your readiness. This isn't for show, it's for you. It's your soul's rallying cry, a tangible affirmation that you accept the calling to move through this door as soon as it opens. Let it also be a statement to anyone who reads it that you are on the verge of something extraordinary, and you have the courage to seize it with both hands. Envision what life could look like once you've stepped through. The scenery on the other side of this door may be unlike anything you've experienced before. Perhaps it's a promotion that elevates your influence, or a radical shift in your personal life that brings long-sought harmony. Maybe it's a creative project that propels you onto a broader stage, or it could be the birth of an idea that resonates globally, touching hearts you never thought you'd reach. Allow your imagination to roam, because imagination is the womb where faith and destiny conceive new realities. At the same time, guard against inflated expectations of perfection. Even as you step into greater blessings, life remains life, complex, dynamic, and sometimes messy. The difference is that you'll be operating from a place of deep alignment, which means even in chaos you'll find clarity. Even in setbacks, you'll see new seeds of possibility. You'll greet challenges not with despair, but with the confident knowledge that each obstacle contains the blueprint for your next breakthrough. This perspective shift is among the greatest gifts that come with entering the door of destiny. As we move toward the end of this message, let your spirit absorb every promise and every warning it contains. A door is about to open, but you must act fast. Perhaps you already see glimpses of it in your day-to-day life, or perhaps you feel it in your bones without knowing the exact details. Either way, readiness is not about having zero doubts. It's about having the courage to move despite them. Step forward, chosen soul, with a faith that outshines fear. If you need one final push, let these words be it. Do not linger in the hallway of indecision, for the door is waiting, and time is of the essence. Your destiny is not a static concept, but a fluid opportunity that demands your active participation. Go forth and prepare. Fortify your mind with positive affirmations. Fortify your spirit with prayer or meditation. Fortify your skills with learning, and fortify your heart by embracing love over skepticism. As you do these things, keep one ear open to the whispers of divine timing. When the moment arrives, you won't need anyone else to convince you. You'll feel it in the marrow of your bones. And then, in that sacred instant, fling the door wide open and cross the threshold like the champion you are. The universe is cheering you on, and God's purpose for you has never been more within reach. Thank you for staying until the end. If you haven't already, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and affirm your commitment by typing 777 below. This is your final chance to plant your stake in the ground before the door stands ready for you to walk through. Embrace the urgency, chosen soul. The time is now, and the door is about to open. Act fast, for the kind of opportunity that awaits you is the kind that alters futures and redefines legacies. Let no more time slip away in hesitation. Your moment has come.